All right, cool. All right, so what we have here today, it seems like we have a pile of Champion, some band tees, and then we'll get over to the surprise wall over there. But let's get started on your Champion collection. What do you have here?
So this is just a Harvard, like a 80s Harvard hoodie. Just your average 80s Champion Harvard. A little beat up.
And where did you get this one?
I traded one of my friends, a homie, for it.
Okay.
Traded some good stuff.
And then you ended up getting another one.
And I
this one.
got this one from another one of the friends from the same, basically got pulled from the same place. 80s Harvard.
So are they in the same tag then?
Yeah, same exact tag.
Okay.
One's a large, one's a medium, I believe.
Do you wear a lot of this stuff?
These I personally can. The Champion stuff I don't really wear, just because it's a lot of it's usually pretty small.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess I could sometimes, but most of the time it's just not my style.
Yeah.
The Champion stuff, but I like the stories behind them. I think, like, you know, who wore this in school and what were they doing.
Mm-hmm.
And we got another 80s Champion, Chicago Bears. I pulled this one myself.
That one would definitely fit you.
I think it would, yeah. I'm not a biggest fan of like 3/4 sleeves though, for some reason.
Yeah,
it's
like a really weird length.
This feeling right here to me feels kind of weird, but
So which one was in the batch? I mean, just point it out whenever you get to it. Which one was the first one that you picked up? Do you know?
yeah. Honestly, it was this one. I picked this up. You know, when you're finding stuff, you're looking for your telltale signs of certain things. And I was just like, a clean Notre Dame shirt. It's old. Got home and then I saw the tag and I was like, oh, it's an 80s Champion. Can't be mad about that. And then I think this was the one that made me wanna start start the collection. I was gonna start it off as just an Indiana related only, and then I started finding more of other teams and other places, and I was like, I think I'd rather have just all of them ones I can find personally.
Right, instead of limiting yourself to just stuff that's going on here in Indiana. Because there are a lot of schools that have Champion.
Yeah, because I mean, we find all sorts of ones, Arizona, California schools, like all the way out here, which is random.
Right, you got the Harvard ones here.
Yeah, and then we got a local one, Evansville. It's on the 70s blue bar. I got this one and a couple of other ones I'm about to show from my homie Justin. Hooked me up with these. This is a Purdue blue bar.
Yeah, so when you talk about the different tags and stuff like that, how long did that take you to start learning how to date them and figure out what era they're from?
Honestly, it's just asking questions and kind of figuring out. You know, once you become friends with certain people kind of give up knowledge. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was then I just started doing. You do a little research online and you figure out what year tags are from. You'll see other people post them and they'll say a 70s or 60s, this and that. But it's all basically I've learned from word of mouth.
Right.
As I go, I'm still learning stuff to
Right.
this day. I'll still find stuff and I might not know everything there is to know about it.
And then obviously the older that the Champion or I guess any vintage piece is, the more expensive that it ends up being. Or
Sort of.
usually the
Yeah, I think that with Champions it might be that way, but these ones usually aren't really expensive pieces.
Mm-hmm.
This is just a simple Campus Life blue bar. I pulled this one myself too.
That's interesting. A lot of these seem like you found them that yourself.
Most of them I have. Some of them I have traded for. Like here's one I found. Another blue bar. Like this one's all the way Laguna Beach, you know, so a school all the way out in California. But I pulled it here in Indy, which is.
It's weird.
I'm just I'm curious to how it got all the way over here. You know, did someone go to school out there, or those are the stories that I like to believe. At least it came all the way out
someone
here.
went maybe there and then moved back here. Or they
Yeah,
grew
yeah.
up there and then they moved here and then they ended up donating. It's weird. How
Or
some of
that,
these
yeah.
things-
You know, it's just. I'm assuming that's how it has to. That's got the way it's got to be.
Yeah.
And then I got another local one, Blue Bar Ball State. This might have been one of the first blue bars I remember actually pulling that I wanted to keep for myself. I remember it's a really good one.
I love that logo so much, man. Me and my buddy both go to Ball State.
Yeah.
I mean, you see a lot of older Ball State stuff that just has the more recent logo.
Mm-hmm. Here's another
See, an
another
actual
Ball
vintage
State
logo.
one. This is one of my personal favorites. I got it from one of the homies. It's on the 60s champion. I don't know why I like this one so much. I think it's just the yellow striping. For some reason, it's just a simple, very clean one.
Right, it's interesting because all of these are like solid colors and maybe like a little bit of design in there.
Yeah, you know.
And then you see something that has stripes on it. You don't really see that very often.
Yeah, I don't know. It just caught my eye. When he showed it to me, I was just like, I gotta have that for the collection.
Yeah.
It'll go in there good. And I need some more 60s ones anyways.
Also yellow on Ball State, like you see sometimes some blue, but usually red and white. But now, yeah, I've never really seen anything Ball State that has any yellow incorporated.
In this, I don't know where like the Richardson Eagles are. I'm assuming it might be Indiana. I'm not 100% on that one, but it's another 60s. I just like that tag for some reason is just really good.
Yeah.
That was a simple one. That one might have came from with Justin too. He might have gave me those 3 together. And then I got a couple of Purdue's. Your simple Purdue. This one's on that 80s tag. Maybe I should start wearing some of these. That's a cool Purdue. And then I got...
It's an interesting color.
Yeah, it's a good faded brown. And here's a black one. 80s. This is like the only one I have, I think, that has the actual little champion C on it. The rest of them, I don't think any of the other ones have.
No, I think all the rest of them just have the tag.
Yeah.
That's interesting. You said this one is an 80s?
That's an 80s too, yeah. Simple Purdue. I need to get some IU and some other colleges, Indiana colleges around here.
Yeah, it's funny you said the collection started with a lot of Indiana. There is a lot of Indiana in there.
Well, that's because I found that Notre Dame one, and I was like, that'd be cool just to have a strictly Indiana-related of all the ones I find. But I started finding more like other schools' places, and I was just like, might as well keep them all. I might as well just keep them all. Yeah.
Helps build the collection faster usually.
Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do. Was trying to stack it up quick, you know.
Yeah, I really like this, and it's really interesting to see like I said, it seems like you have 3 major categories here. When we get to the third, it'll be the most interesting. But like a lot of champion, then we get into some 80s band tees here. Did you listen to music a lot growing up, or like what made you want to collect a lot of older band tees?
I mean, honestly, like I like this kind of music, like 80s and older music is probably my favorite. The older I've gotten, the more that's kind of what I've tuned to.
Right.
And then I just kind of, I don't know, there's something about the 80s band tees that there's just a cool story, I feel like. The people who wore them, the concerts they got them at, it's just a simpler time is what it makes me think of.
Yeah, better quality, cooler graphics.
Yeah, stuff that's not, like the ones I have might be certain ones that other people have, but not everyone is going to have these exact tees, and that's kind of what I like about them.
Right, because there's a limited amount, especially, I mean, the further we get away from that time, I mean, someone might throw it out, it might go to a Goodwill and end up in like a landfill, like you never know.
Yeah, you never know where it could end up, you know.
Right, so they do become more and more rare as we keep moving forward, so.
Exactly, and that's why I think one day they're going to go back up again. There'll be people that are going to start wanting them again, that style maybe of people wearing tight shirts and this and that might come back, and I'll be ready.
Yeah. So what's your first one that you got here?
So we got, this is a Neil Diamond. I found this one myself. Chicago Stadium, just one of the concerts he had out in Chicago. I'm assuming it's just like a tee you could buy from the concert, from a vendor there.
Right.
Everybody's selling these ones.
It's a good color on this.
It is a good color. I was kind of hyped to find that one.
I feel like you see a lot of blacks, whites, and some grays with band tees.
Yeah, but not too many orange ones. Yeah. And then I got an 82 ZZ Top. Which honestly, I might start wearing this one.
Yeah, that's a good size right there.
I don't know, I put it on the other day and I'm saying, I'm not used to these sleeves, I don't like them, but for some reason this real thin, it fit really good.
Yeah, I feel it.
Got the back hit. I got that one I did some trades with Bailey for those.
That's been a theme throughout a lot of the collections that we've done with people here in Indianapolis. People getting stuff from Bailey.
Really? It's because Bailey's king, dude.
I know,
Bailey, you're king.
Bailey's got the stuff, man.
And we got your 88, 89 Metallica and Justice for All. This is honestly one of my favorite albums by them.
And it has the back graphic.
With the back graphic.
Yeah. That's also interesting about like these tees. A lot of them have like you might have one that has a front graphic, but then nothing on the back.
You know, I just seen a guy post this exact one, but his back graphic was different than mine.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's pretty cool. I kind of need that exact one too.
Yeah.
Like just to have both.
Yeah, and then you see like different tags and like it's
Honestly,
so
most of the '80s tees, I feel like a lot of them come on different tags. Like
Yeah.
the bootleg, those bootleg tags are so much cooler in my
Yeah.
opinion.
It is interesting.
And then what we got here? I got a '80s rainbow, '82. This is a really cool graphic. I traded James for that one. Front and back hit.
That back hit is crazy.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, that's such a cool tee. And you know, James is the Rat King.
This is great.
Shit's an 82 on the back. And then we got a 84, 85 Oreo Speedwagon. I pulled this one myself. This might be one of the first like 80s band tees I actually pulled. And then a year ago, I sold it to Bailey, and I just recently got it back. Once I was like, I want to collect 80s band tees, I was like, I need that one back because I personally pulled it. So it's
Right.
cool to have ones that you actually pulled yourself.
Right.
And that's just a good graphic on that too, like itself. So, which is pretty cool.
It's always a bummer when you're like, oh, you find something cool, and you're like, I don't really want it now, and then once you sell it, it's like, it's gone. Especially,
I have regret a lot. Yeah, I regret selling a lot of stuff. There's a lot I wish I still had.
Yeah. Would you say this is like a pretty good like the ones that you pulled, do you usually end up keeping?
If I pull them myself, I'm definitely keeping it. It's like the Neil Diamond one. It's like I don't really listen to Neil Diamond that much, but I'd rather keep it because I personally pulled it myself. So it's like the fact that I got it, which makes it a little cooler.
Yeah, I feel you.
And then I pulled this one too recently, 80s Cinderella, which this is a really good graphic with the good back hit, good colors, pink and purple.
Yeah, that's the colors. I mean, like, this is just like, there's a lot of like band tees now being made of, I mean, more recent bands, but I just feel like they're not doing
They're
as
not
much.
yet.
Like, this is a simple graphic, and like, not like.
But it stands
crazy.
out,
Yeah.
yeah. It stands out a lot, and that's what I like. And that 80s hair metal stuff is super cool. That was genre. And I pulled this one with that. This was in the same place as the Cinderella, 87 Motley Crue. Which is a good one, front and back.
It also looks like a good size again. Yeah, it looks like a wearable.
Yeah, this
size.
one sits on. It's tagged XL. I would say you could fit a like medium large. I could probably stretch it honestly because it's that good thin material.
Yeah, I can't remember whose Instagram I was watching the other day, but he was teaching people how to like stretch shirts because I've never done it.
I honestly get them. Once I like wash them, I'll just pull them pretty much. I just pull and kind of.
Yeah, and you were telling me about it when we were over at Bailey's.
Yeah, you just wring it out. But I've seen people do stuff where they'll sit down and they'll put it over their knees and have their knees in there, and that's stretching out stuff that's super small. Which I'm like, I guess if it works, but if it's too small, I might not usually wear it. I'll just hold on to it.
Yeah.
Or sell it. Yeah. And then another one I got I did some trades with Bailey for the 80s Guns N' Roses. With the Guns N' Roses was here on the back. It's a good one. I'm a fan of Guns N' Roses. The back hit, honestly, is what makes the shirt, you know?
Yeah. Is this a shirt that you think you've seen a lot of, like, the same front graphic with the different
Yeah,
back
so
graphic?
I feel like there's a few variations. I think the 80s ones, most of the 80s ones, I think, have that back graphic, but the early 90s ones, it just says Guns N' Roses was here and has the tour dates on there, so... Which I think that's a lot cooler with the back graphic, because that's something you're not going to see. And then the oldest one I have in the collection is the 78 Kansas from the like Point of No Return. It's their like first album. I pulled this one myself. So I was really hyped. It's like the first like good 70s band tee I've ever pulled. Which I was super hype on that one. That's just got the front graphic.
This is, I mean, also this is a new trend that we're seeing is that this is a collection that I think is the most that, like, someone's pulled themselves. A lot of people that we've, like, been interviewing have, not that they haven't pulled a good amount of their stuff, but for the most part, it's always stuff they bought somewhere else or gotten through trades or whatever.
Yeah, the other collection is pretty much the only ones that I've, like, bought. Like, these, there's just something about when you pull an 80s band tee, it's just super... it just, I don't know, it's just super good.
Yeah.
And then you got the 80s Quiet Riot. This band, I remember when I first started skating as a kid, the song Come On Feel the Noise, like that song is like, I don't know, it's like I wanted that CD that I just maybe, I don't know, so that's why I had to get this tee, because it makes me thinking of being 12 years old again, like skating with your front and back graphics, which is a really good one.
Would you say like there's a lot of like cross culture with vintage and people that skate?
Oh, 100%, yeah. The style, I feel like the vintage style take a lot of styles take from skateboarding style in my opinion. As I've seen growing up skating, a lot of like the new hipster styles become like everybody wants to dress like they skate and all this kind of stuff, which I'm all down for.
Yeah.
More people, I need more people to learn how to skate. And then I got a 80s Charlie Daniels band. I got this one from Bailey too for like a really good deal. I don't know, I like Charlie Daniels band. He's a man can play the fiddle. Just ones you don't see too often.
It's got good colors on it.
Yeah,
it's a good color combination.
I like that burgundy and gray. Yeah, it's good condition.
Yeah. And then what's this one you got on? Where is this from?
This is 92. Grateful Dead. I got this from the homie Nick. We did a trade out at Carson's thing. Yeah, you were there.
Like the flea market.
Yeah, I traded them I traded them some stuff for this one. I like with the Grateful Deads, I like the bootleg, like the parking lot bootleg tees more, which I think are a lot cooler. And like this one's got a back graphic that says they're like at a Compton Coliseum.
Yeah, this is one that I talked to Nick about. It says Compton Terrace, which is actually in Arizona.
Is it?
It's not in Compton. No, yeah. When I was editing that video, I was trying to find out I was like, were they in Compton? And I couldn't find anything about it.
Makes more sense for them not to be in Compton, because that's not a place the Dead would play, in my opinion, you know, but... It
was interesting, but yeah, I looked it up, and it's Compton Terrace, which is in Arizona,
which is way cooler. Good. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, but then it's actually we can segue over to the first one in this collection. Do you want to go ahead and explain what this collection is and how you started this collection?
Yeah, so with the Wizard of Oz, when I was first getting into vintage and reselling and stuff, I wanted to see what I wanted to collect what I wanted to collect myself, and I seen someone post this one, and in my head I was like, for some reason I have to have that tee, and then once I got it I was like, well, that would be pretty cool. I've never seen anybody with a Wizard of Oz collection, so I was like, I'm just going to try to get as many of them as I can real fast, and then I just started buying Wizard of Oz tees. I kind of slowed down on them a little bit to work in other items that I like too, but it's still growing. There's still a few good ones that I need to get.
Yeah. This
is also one of my personal favorites, the Grateful Dead Wizard of Oz. I got it from one of the homies.
The wear on that one.
Yeah, I've honestly, it wasn't this bad when I got it. All these holes were still here, but they weren't quite this bad. I've kind of worn it a little bit too, which is, I don't know, it's one of my favorites, but I can't wear it as much anymore. I'm afraid I'm gonna rip some of these holes too big.
That gets to be the bummer about it. Some of that stuff is you love to wear it, but then at a certain point you see it going down.
And with this one, I like this one a lot more than the dead stock ones, because I like the fade looks a lot better than that dark green for some reason.
Yeah, it's a good color. But yeah, that does get to the bummer point where you have to start taking something out of rotation as much as you want to wear it.
Yeah.
I think when we talked to Carson, he has an Escher that is kind of in the same.
I think I know exactly which one you're talking about. I think I've seen it. Yeah.
And he's like, and it's nice that we have people like Victor that might be able to do something to help out with this, because it would be cool to get this fixed up and back in the rotation.
Right. Yeah, but I think the wear looks good. I'll break it out again this summer. Once I can don't have to wear a sweatshirt under my shirts. It's not cold outside.
Yeah, for you.
And then, let's go this way, yeah. And here's another one. This one's dated, I believe it's 92. Yeah, 92. It's got, Dorothy and Glinda, if I believe is her name right, the Good Witch. It's just, I don't know, there's something about that simple, just kind of plain colors, not too out there. It's one you don't see. I've seen one person post, and I've literally never seen another person with it.
This one's cool.
I'm sure other people have them, but you just don't see. That's just one I don't see too often.
Yeah, and the colors are good on this one. It's faded. Probably
good fade, yeah. I need to stretch this one out honestly a little bit so I can wear it. It's a little tight on me.
Yeah.
And then this is another one I had seen when I had bought it. I had never seen anybody else find, and I got it from a dude who pulled it from Michigan. One of the Michigan dudes that I've like met through Instagram and stuff, you know. And he hooked it up good. This is a really good one too.
This one's good. I like the thought bubbles.
Yeah, that's when I saw it. I was like, wow, the colors are just pop out super good.
Yeah, and it's a long sleeve. I mean, even I don't know in this collection if you see a lot of long sleeves, but in most collections of anything, you don't see long.
No,
sleeves.
honestly, this might be the only. I think that's the
I
only
think
long
it's the
sleeve
only
that
long
I have. And then I got another one. I got this one to match the one down there on the end, because it's like the same graphic. It's just one's all over print and this one's just the small.
Right.
So I got that one to go with it, and that one's just good condition on the
Changes.
that good changes tag. Yeah.
Yeah. This one's got like some puff print on it too. That's really
Slightly, yeah. It's a
Yeah.
good one. Some of these, honestly, I haven't even worn yet. I haven't got to them. Some of them are a little too small, so I need to do the stretch tag. This one's on that good Hanes tag.
I think that's one of the best T-shirts that a lot of vintage tees are on.
Is this tag? Hands down. Most of my favorite ones come. When I find this tag, I don't care if it's a blank tee or if it's some random like a business. You know, I still get excited to find them.
Dude, I mean, you always know. You can feel the T-shirt in it.
Yeah, it definitely feels good. And this was one of those like simple, just simple kind of like, I just felt like it was a filler piece to go in the collection. Just a simple message.
Right.
And it's got the back hit that's basically Toto giving Dorothy the cold shoulder and left her.
Yeah, so at this point, do a lot of people know that you collected, and when people hit you up about it when they have it, or are you still having to go out and look for it online?
Yeah, there's a few people here and there that know I collect Wizard of Oz, and they'll like send me stuff sometimes, but it just the price has to be right for me to want to pay for it.
Right. Yeah.
Especially if I'm not gonna be able to wear it. I don't like if I can wear it, I don't mind paying up a little bit for stuff, you know.
Right.
But if I can't really wear them, then
Yeah.
I'd rather get at least a good deal. And then here's another one of the like this simple to go with that one, just a simple like a filler piece basically.
But yeah, it's a different variation of it. It's got different
you know
colors.
it's essentially the same message kind of, but just everything they say in the movies.
Yeah. It's an interesting color.
I don't know the date on that one. What tag is that? And it's on that. It's like that's a weird tag.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah, but it's got those double.
Yeah. Can't make anything out.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really say. I'm assuming it's probably early to mid '90s. Seems like something they would do. And then this was the tee that pretty much started all of it. Started the Wizard of Oz collection. Seeing somebody post this one, I was just like, man, I have to have that one. And then when I found this on eBay, I thought it was strange that it had the '97 Looney Tunes tag, because it's dated '97 on here, but the shirt is from '97 when I see most people have it.
Okay.
That's why I was always confused, because at first I thought mine was fake, you know, and I was like, damn, I got gypped. But I don't know. Still could be, but I like it.
Yeah, it is interesting when like something like that, like a Looney Tunes tag.
Yeah, because that's
really
just
makes
two different things you don't see
Yeah.
together at least. But yeah, this was the one that started off, and there's a couple other colorways of this that I need to get. There's a gray, and I know a dude who has a yellow one that I've never seen before. Like the yellow one's a rarer one that you don't see. But I need to add those two in there as well. And then I got this one offline. One of the homies sent it to me. It was like somebody was selling it for like $40. It's one of the Stanley ones, and that's why I was like,
That's insane to get.
usually people want to upcharge on the Stanleys, which
Yeah.
I mean I get it, you know, make your money. This one's a little boxy, but it's got from the beginning scene where she steals the dog. If you notice, Toto's in the back in the basket, which when she takes the dog in the beginning, because that's who turns into the witch.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen this movie. I mean, do you watch the movie frequently? Or?
I haven't watched it in years, but as a kid, I wore the VHS out that we had. I mean, I used to play it all the time. It was just one of the few I remember.
Yeah.
And that's another reason kind of why I wanted to collect it, because I remember watching the movie so much as a kid.
That you have fond memories of it.
Yeah, so I can remember like scenes, like if it's a scene from the movie, like I remember when that happened.
Yeah.
And here's another Stanley one. This is one of my personal favorites.
This
think it's because of the way it fits me so good.
Yeah. Where'd you get this one from?
Online, I got it from one of the dudes who works at the, like he used to work for Round 2, that Yachts-a-Pong dude, Yachts for Pong or whatever his Instagram is. He used to work at the Round 2 vintage store, but he hooked it up fat with this one for like $60, I think.
Dang.
Which they usually like people want to upcharge well over $100 for these. But these ones, all of the ones that are like this have, there's these ones that have like back prints and with the sayings on the back. Like the ones with the big face of the Tin Man, Scarecrow, and Lion.
Yeah,
I think they're all from the same collection of Stanley ones because they all have the Wizard of Oz down there, and then it's there's no place like home.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good one. Yeah, that's one of my personal favorites.
And the graphics in like good condition.
Yeah, and I was surprised when he told me the price. I was like, and when I got it, it was in better condition. Like I've had it for a year or so, and I've been wearing it.
Yeah.
That's one of the few that I wear frequently, but it was like, yeah, it was in almost dead stock condition when I got it, and like he hooked it up, so I was like, what a G,
It makes things feel better in your collection too when you didn't like have to pay like a super.
Yeah, when I didn't have to super upcharge it. And I found this one on Etsy for a really good deal too. It's a size medium, so it won't fit me. But when I saw it, I had never seen this one before with the Lullaby League. Because usually when you see Wizard of Oz, it's like the Witch or Dorothy or like random stuff like these ones. But I'd never seen this one before, so I had to get it. It has good colors. Because this is from like the beginning part when they first meet all the Munchkins.
Yeah, I need to watch this movie again and get a refresher. I'm trying to think. I'm
surprised this one didn't have a back hit, honestly, like those other ones, because it's on the Stanley tag.
That's like your third or fourth Stanley one out here.
Yeah, I think there's like 6 of them that are on Stanley tags. And then I got this one from the homie Trendy. He pulled this one from Georgetown a while ago. One day when I showed up late, he pulls a Wizard of Oz tee before I get there, and I'm like, of course you do.
Yeah.
I've been trying to pull one myself. I've never found one of these personally, but I'd still like to find one. But
yeah, I feel like that's how it always goes. Is like you might find a lot of stuff that other people like to collect.
Yeah, no, but I've never found. I still remember when me and Kelsey were looking at stuff that she had found, and I opened up a shirt, and she pulls out a Stanley Wizard of Oz. I was like, you're a beast, And that's on that old '90s Gildan, that good Gildan tag.
Yeah, that's a good Gildan tag. And then from there on out.
I got that one from Trendy. He hooked that one up. This was a online purchase.
This one might be one of my favorites from this collection. This one's really good.
It's one you don't see too often. A little stained up. I need to give her a good wash. But this is I don't know. I for some reason I like the way the letters are.
Yeah.
Those letters just don't seem like your normal Wizard of Oz letters.
And
it's got everyone's name, which is pretty cool.
Reminds me of like a cereal box or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I could definitely see it being like.
I love those colors.
Like Wizard of Oz cereal. Wouldn't be surprised.
That's a cool.
I don't remember where. This was definitely just an online. Found it maybe through Instagram, and it's on those like weird Hollywood tees. It's like that weird tag.
It's so weird with like a property like that too, that you'd think that they'd all be licensed to one like T-shirt
kind of person, yeah, which I just don't get.
But all these tags and all it is very interesting.
The only ones that are the same I think are the Stanley tags, maybe a Fruit of the Loom or something. But and this was like another Depop purchase. It was one of those like fillers for someone had it for real cheap. One of the people that I've met through Instagram just like sent it to me. Like he found it on Depop, and I was like, you know what, for $20, it'll go in the collection.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I don't think that one has a date, but it's on the like Made in USA Anvil tag. Mid-90s, I'm assuming.
Right. It's nice to have some of those that they're still great T-shirts, but they might not be as insane as one of these.
Yeah, but it's also nice. I just like having fillers too. I kind of like with the fillers. It's like helping me get the quantity that I need.
Right. Because if you only had all the like bangers, then you might only have.
Those are honestly, in my opinion, out of all the Wizard of Oz ones, there's like 4 or 5 more heater ones that I don't have that I consider to be like the rest of them would just be fillers to me, honestly. Right. And like here's like it's another one of those like that graphic back there. It's just a simple different variation of it. I think it's one of those ones I found it cheap. So someone hooked it up. Oh, actually, No, this one I got from James. He traded me some other stuff. I traded him he traded me a couple of this one. I swear I had one. Maybe I didn't. This was okay. This is the one from the school. So it was this one, that one, and it's that one. I traded him all three of those for like an Alice in Wonderland tee that goes with his stuff. Stuff he had.
Right. Yeah.
That one I pulled it. So it's like we all basically just kind of It's like if I'm losing out on a couple bucks, I don't really care.
As long as you can add something and
Yeah,
help
the
somebody out as
homies.
well. Yeah.
And this one, honestly, is one of my other personal favorites to wear. It's just, there's something about it being super comfortable. It just fits really good.
It's got a good feel to it.
Yeah, the good Stedman tag. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good tag.
But yeah, there's something about the way this one is that just like, I like the way it fits. And like you were saying, I do enjoy that like post-stamped graphic. It's just simple.
Yeah, we were talking about that before we got rolling. I've seen like the Frankenstein one. I know I've seen other ones of that, but I can't think of any.
Yeah,
off the top
I'm
of
sure
my head.
there-
There are
I'm
a lot of movies.
I think it's mostly movie ones that I see.
Yeah.
I feel like I've seen an Elvis one before. I think
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah, there definitely is an Elvis.
An Elvis one, yeah.
I've seen. I can only think of the Frankenstein one right now, but I've seen that and
Oh, this one's 1990.
I think they're licensed by the USPS as well.
Are they?
I think so. The one that I've had in the past was.
Oh,
if you read through
you're 100% right.
Yeah, if you read through it, it's licensed by the USPS.
Honestly, I don't know if I've ever read this whole thing right here, but yeah.
Yeah, it's a big chunk of.
That's
of
pretty
work
cool,
there, yeah.
actually.
It is really interesting.
That's something you don't, like a postal service is gonna endorse like a T-shirt.
Well, yeah, you know how people like collect stamps. I wonder if like this is like a Grail stamp in like someone's stamp collection. Like that could be what it is. Or, they
Honestly,
made
dude, you're probably right. Like I bet someone has this exact stamp and it's like worth $400 just for the stamp.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's probably something like that.
And then here's just another filler. It's kind of the same message as those like the ones over there. It's just a different variation. I believe this is. Yeah, it's just a desk of just a little notepad basically. It's another one of those filler pieces. I was just like, you find the right deal, you have to get.
It's cool though. I like that there's some that are focusing on Toto because I feel like a lot of the tees that you see are
Have
focusing on
them or
Toto.
just have her on it. That's why, yeah. When I saw the one with Dorothy and like the princess, like her, I was like, that's two you don't see too often as much,
yeah.
you know. And then here's one I got. This is like a local like a theater they did,
yeah,
like in
yeah,
Indianapolis.
yeah.
Just the Wizard of Oz. I got this from Chuck, when he opened up his store. I got it from him. It's just like add this to the collection.
Yeah.
And I like that it's Indiana related, so
Yeah,
something from here kinda. And then I got this one this is another Stanley one. This is one you rarely see either. And shouts out to little Mason for pulling this one. He's a beast.
Dang, yeah. What is up with all these indie guys pulling on?
Everybody pulling them on me,
man?
yeah. I'm like, what a beast.
Well, it's good that they know that you have your collection and you can
Yeah,
always check stuff out
he
with
hooked.
them.
I'm pretty sure I paid him like maybe $30 or something for this. I don't think this one goes for a lot, but it's just one. You don't see. I don't see this one too often with just her on it.
Yeah, it's a great graphic though.
Definitely one of my faves. I wish it wasn't so small, or I'd wear that a little more.
You're right.
Maybe I'll try to do the stretch technique we were talking about. And then here's another Stanley one. All over print. I don't really wear this one too much. It's a little big and a little loud. Just like a little, I don't know, it's just a little big on me, but
Right.
this is a staple you have to have. And I found it for a good deal, and it came with the Stanley DeSantis sticker on it still. Like it was almost, I'm
Really?
pretty sure it was dead stock when I got
That's
it.
nuts, yeah. Yeah, that's
is
the nice
crazy.
thing about these. Like, they're really cool to look at, like all over. Some of them are easier to wear, but yeah, this one is really cool to have and might be nice to break out once in a while.
Yeah, no. One day, one day I'll find the right time
Yeah.
to wear it. I've worn it a couple times, but it's just like it's a little long for me. I'm kind of skinny, so it just like looks too big on me.
Yeah.
And then this one, honestly, is one of my personal favorites because I got it. Bailey just gave it to me when I was like starting my Wizard of Oz collection. He had found this and he just hooked me up. He just gave it to me.
Wow.
Out of the kindness, because Bailey's the man.
Yeah, Bailey's the man.
I need to get. There's one that's like this that has Dorothy over here and then has the Wicked Witch on this side. I need to get those two, so
And
like
then
it
put
collaborates.
Keough
Yeah,
together,
these collaborate together. But this is just one of my personal favorites. Honestly, my favorite ones are usually the ones that I got from the homies. You know, like they hooked me up with
Has a
them.
story or something.
Yeah.
behind it. Yeah.
Like the Grateful Dead one I got from Kane. He hooked me up on that one.
Oh,
So-
I didn't even realize you got that one from Kane.
Yeah,
Nice.
he had that one and he hooked it up for like $30.
Yeah.
It's like, what a beast.
That's awesome because I mean I feel like a lot of your collection is either you thrifted it here or you got it from someone that thrifted it here. So.
That's kind of how I try to do it. I try to trade, you know. Occasionally I'll buy stuff if I see something online, I'm like, okay, I kind of have to have that, you know. And if the price is right, you know.
Right.
You know, I can always sell another shirt to make it to reimburse it, you know, or I'll
Right.
find something to sell to reimburse it.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you showing us your collection, man. This is a really interesting. The champion, and then we get to the Banties, and I mean this. I'll get out of the way and let him see it in his full. But this is great, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course, dude. I appreciate you guys. It needs to get a little bigger. I was thinking when some of them I don't wear as much, and I was thinking once I hit a certain amount of followers on Instagram, you know how everybody does giveaways and stuff. I was thinking of doing like a giveaway using 2 of them, but the more I kind of think about it, the more I kind of just want to be stingy and keep them for myself, you know.
Yeah. Before you brought these all out, did you realize how many you had?
A few weeks ago, I took a picture of them all, and that was when I realized how many there actually was. Yeah, because folding them all together and just like on the floor right here, it was pretty tedious.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you said you want to add more, but I mean, you're running out of space here to put them all up.
Eventually, yeah. And there's a few of this more Stanley ones are the ones I need to get, like the opposite to this one,
Right.
and then the big face of the Scarecrow, Tin Man, and the Lion.
Right, and that's the cool thing about this, how many variations of stuff there is. It's, you know, the end of the collection is not, you know, there's really...
Yeah, I'm always gonna see another Wizard of Oz tee that I've never seen, you know,
Right, yeah.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's always on the hunt, but, yeah.
You know, one day, hopefully soon, I'll pull me one of the ones I need, you know, pull that little Stanley tag one. That's the one I need.
Alright, man, well, thank you again so much.
For sure, I appreciate you guys.